Welcome to Bite-Sized Learning. I'm Jill. We are going to talk about our top 5 tips for engaging students in virtual learning, specifically virtual meetings. Tip number 1, have an agenda. Using the same format every day, share an agenda with the students. This is a great place to put the times, learning activities, virtual and synchronous meetings, and your expectations there so that they know what to expect, where to find it, and what they're doing each day. The predictability can be really helpful for our learners when they're learning from home. And you can see in this example that we have the times, there's a visual cue of what's happening, a title, and then the details. Additionally, there's the links to the Google Meet with the visual cue and an expectation of this is what we're going to do so that the students can prepare themselves and they're not walking into a meeting where they don't know what's happening, because the students will like the agenda for the predictability and for the information it provides to help them stay organized while learning at home. Tip number 2, start each virtual meeting or Google Meet with a engaging community builder or icebreaker. Allow the students the opportunity to engage with each other socially before you get into the curriculum. This could be an unstructured chat time. This could be a structured activity like you see here with the 4 corners template, where the students can talk about what they agree, disagree with, and hopefully generate some conversation and continue to build that community. You can definitely check out the Bite-Sized Learning webpage for more community building ideas. All right. Tip number 3 is to use the chat window strategically. The chat window is there and it can be a powerful tool. For example, if you are giving a lecture or a modeled activity or you're demonstrating something, ask students to put their questions in the chat. That way you have a collection of them. They can put them in the chat as you're talking and you can address each of them at the end or stop in the moment and do it. So that's one way to do that. Another way is you could use the 3-2-1 chat idea. So if you have a question and you want to hear what multiple students are thinking or all the students are thinking, ask the question, give some think time, and then tell them, 3, 2, 1, everybody write in the chat. And ideally, then you get a whole bank of answers and you can look at the patterns there and talk about those patterns. You can also use it to encourage those who are not comfortable unmiking to participate in discussion, to participate by asking questions. So some of our students won't feel comfortable unmiking in this situation, or they might not have a mic. So using the chat to keep them engaged and keep them as active participants is really helpful. Our 4th tip, small group instruction. It can be intimidating as a student to be in a live Google Meet with 30 students. That's a lot of people. Try doing some targeted small group instruction. Having, small groups of learners together can build community and build comfort. So even if you do the same lesson 4 times, the smaller groups will have an easier time discussing, engaging, feel more comfortable asking questions and using the chat. So trying that small group piece can build comfort, community, and deeper learning as we can target specific skills in those small group pieces. Our last tip is to invite the students to reflect on their online participation and their online learning experience. This type of metacognitive thinking allows for them to set goals, to recognize how they are learning in this environment, and identify help that they might need. It's great, valuable information for us. And you can ask the questions in a variety of different ways. You could use a scale. I'm an active participant in synchronous activities, and they can rate themselves on a scale. You can say, I use the tools provided to help me plan my learning. So the scale can allow them to rate themselves. Or you can use open-ended questions to see what information you can gain about their learning. Describe one of the challenges you have with online learning. This is great, valuable information that we can use. Describe one of the successes you have experienced with online learning. Again, if we see a pattern, it can help us shape our further instruction.